Right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. We are live, massivemetro.com, Itiski TV on YouTube, and of course on Eldos FM as well. 27 minutes past the hour, 6 p.m. every Friday night between 6 and 7. You'll find Junior Khanye talking weekend fixtures and everything else on transfer news. I'm sure we'll get to that point in the next few weeks where we'll only talk about transfers and everything else in between as well. We're live with Junior Khanye now on Massive Metro. We've just spoken actually about the situation in Highlands Park and TS Galaxy and whether they will sell or not and so on and so forth. The one story that I never spoke with you about, even off air, was story saga Aubrey Modiba. So Aubrey Modiba, Stan Matthews, we SuperSport United, the CEO, who confirmed that Aubrey Modiba was, in a situation where Sundowns being strong. And also his wife, I think, is pregnant, or his girlfriend is pregnant. So bamkhuphile ku-Babo. He didn't play the last match. Even I think this match he may not play. They have given him the right to clean Binkin is confirmed. Oguti, they are talking, but he's not going to reveal anything. Mara and Uzoya go Sundowns. It looks like he's definitely going to Sundowns. They've given them the permission. They've agreed with the money. Evela Sundowns. What do you think of Aubrey Modiba in Dawiyake? Gomamela to Sundowns will he be able to get a starting place there? Is that a good signing if it happens?
Yeah, very good signing, but will play as a left back. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, very good signing, but will play as a left back. Remember, a very good player in terms of he's got a talent, but the sense of agency. If you need sense of agency. We need quickness, maybe speed. He must know how to bypass players. We should eliminate, create something out of nothing. So he's a bit slow, but he's got a football brain. So they were playing him at the back. Simple. Now Laila K was a winger. You understand the
almost every time Upito Musimane when he signs a player a winger, Tapelo Morena, Laila K, he automatically, almost every time now recently, he automatically converts them into a right back, nama left back.
Agaba convert. If we class uyambaba you understand? Yampaka and sign was good he's gonna play as a right back. Kupitso mina ngijoba ngitshela le ngwenya is yiye ngihloniphayo. He remind me he's a student of 30 Metro. 30 Metro used to tell me about him and Farouk Khan. Those are two coaches that I must respect. Ukhan I mean ngiphume ezandleni zakhe mina development. Those are coaches development bayibangifikisa bangibonisa ukuthi yabona mfana ngithi mawuleke technique. Movement, if you can't move off the ball, first touch and technically you are good. Dribbling bonus. If you can master those three things, and then you are a superstar.
So if he takes him, if Modiba signs, I mean the agent has confirmed Gakulu Nyeswana and SuperSport took him out of camp because of a pregnancy, but I think it's also to wrap up these conversations. If they allow him to go there, there's Laungaman, there's Laila K, and you are saying that you'll probably play as a left back. What are your concerns then? I mean, that's the first thing. Will he be able to play? I know for me, if going according to what you're saying as a left back, it will be a challenge. For me, I like him. He can play left back, he can play left wing forward or right wing forward. I've seen him even at Amagluk Olympics playing different positions, and I love him. Do you think that he's going to have a problem then with the game time if they only play him as a left back?
Remember langamani umchita has been there, mongamcheku langamani game time nida. Bangam release umchita. I know he has done a lot for as a player, but made a truly challenge. Now figures are Kilikai. I know Bangam keeper, which is a bonus probably, but let him go. Let him play new blood. Kulule go let him reinforcer. Una couple of players that you made about clean. Una Laila Key as the left back, fresh, energetic. You understand? Ufuna nje kulungiswa le nde. You understand? Ukuthazi where you understand? Ufunda ukudefend ukudila ngabo one on one situation ngoba une problem yaloko. So Aubrey Modiba anga fight position nalo mchita, that's all. I think it's simple ukuthi badile nayo lonto. Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's Aubrey Modiba then potentially going to Sundowns. I mean, a lot of things have been said about that. Ama clubs mangabe qala ukukhuluma and they are not scared to divulge information like, okay, no, he's speaking you know what it's almost a done deal. So Aubrey Modiba will probably be a Santawana. Mutubi Mvala and Peter Shalulile are said to be talking to Sundowns as well. We don't know much about that story, but we've heard about that story as well. There's Kapinga was already there. Grant Magaman, a very good player from Ajax Cape Town, is already going there as well. So it's going to be a packed Mamelodi Sundowns next season. A lot of people are complaining about that. You are weakening the opposition and so on and so forth. But be that as it may, we shall see when all signings have been confirmed. It's now 6:30. Let's go then into the fixtures. When Mfoka Khanye kusasa, people need to survive. Some people need to win the title. We'll take it step by step. Eliminate some of them as well. I know even the smaller fixtures. I mean, for example, when you look at Polokwane City, they've already been relegated. They will need to win 30-0 in order to survive against the Bidvest. Do you see them getting any positive result there? I'm sure. Ben Kulumano Shaful, even on Thursday, Uti, when he was playing for under-19 Gauteng, they needed to win 8-0. Baziba winner like 21-0 or something like that. So he was saying anything is possible in football.
No. I man, singakambi nama. Remember le ngwenya le coach ayisimnandi yabo uphathi ngeplanning inzima. Angeke ivume ukukora. Instead labantu bazobakora. Bazoya abantu bokora babakore simple. The answer laba chita ngeke bayikore iphulukwane City nkuleko they are eliminated. Baphumile maprada they are out, mele ba accept boqala phansi manje mele isikhathi sokuthi bangavali just bayo identify talent ngoba mele kune age, you understand the restriction that side ukuthi you must play with 5 youngsters good South Africa. So their team mele bayitrime manje I think it's going to be tough against the team such as Bidvest first. Ngeke nkuleko is tough. Ihlule ukori Kaizer Chiefs yona le yama crosses and stuff. Ne Sundowns sometimes struggle against it.
Sure.
And angeke it's going to be tough.
Orlando Pirates are taking on Stellenbosch tomorrow. All matches, to remind you again, all matches are playing at the same time tomorrow at 3:30, just to avoid Ukshaya. Last matches in the Premier League and the second last matches are being played at the same time as well. Orlando Pirates are playing Stellenbosch. Orlando Pirates have an opportunity to be number 3. That's not a prize really, but maybe they could be in the CAF Confederations Cup. That's maybe something that they could look forward to. Stellenbosch are not an easy team as well, but they are fighting to get into the top 8 so that they can get a chance of winning 8 million next season as well. How do you see that one going?
Stellenbosch, not a consistency team, but they are step ala matlapa amakhulu. HIV yabo bazele kuzothi step I think amatlapa amakhulu because in reality ukuthi inkululeko le team le mina yangiqaka idlala kanjani. They play good this babadlana iChizo Sundowns bayibambe Pirates, when they go to AmaZulu badlala idraw badliwe. So we understand inkululeko tomorrow Pirates ayikho grand. No. Abachita, I think when they came back, they were better before. I remember in South Africa, there are 2 teams that they are playing good football. Pirates party problem maybe one, they playing good football, but one way. Speed is one way. You can't. Coach Melilungis, you can't run 90 minutes and speed. That's why my Kora 3 by Kora 3 now. In King of concede Pirates. And they flat manje, but flat abachita, but flat at the back, bang about check Pirates footing in King and Gulega. I'm a wing back with Pirates. You consider what our league. They go both. Now we center back now. They go both Mayela and sometimes.
Do you think they should? They play with 2 center backs. Ben Mutswari is almost like a 3rd center back, but he's a ball playing player. Do you think Orlando Pirates should be striving to play with a flat 4 so that Mayela, Nomambaso, or Munyane, whoever plays at right back, you will always have 4 people at the back, because that was one of Rulani Mukwena's problem at Pirates. When we were going to watch them, it was easy for you to counter against the Orlando Pirates because every time Umanga forward out 3, you will always have a 3-on-3, 3 against 3, or a 4 against 3 with Pirates, and it's still the case now sometimes.
Mele balawuleke lama wing back. Asisho ukuthi ngayiphambili, but when it's time is needed, baluza desperately. I-coordination nakhona makambe 1-1 yasala because baba yi-3 at the back. Remember kunemuntu odlala la enkinde midlila ngeke bambe boyi-2 uzoba bazoba yi-4. We understand you can cover on the left or right that person. We understand nkuleko. And it depends on Ben Mtswari naye uFustin Makaringe. Mangabe bambi inkinga ukuthi basuke bambe boyi-2.
Unfortunately the nature of the player uMakaringa ayiyona.
You
can't force him to be worrying about he can add numbers when we have men behind the ball, but you can't force him to be worrying about covering for a fullback.
Yeah, Nkuleko mina I'm happy ngo Ben Mutswari no Makaring.
Sure.
Though Makaring I believe mela etenje Spark umchita has been sometimes overrated. But realize Paul. And I'm happy the way badlala ngakhona they complement each other because some ball players they work ulo uyaspana uBen. But iphinde yazwa ngithi mela spana ulo. Iphinde kube ne holder. Ngoba uBen sometimes uyacheka. Acheke ngoba ama wing back wabo awekho acheke kuBen and then la kube nehole yiyo le ngithi uMakaringa sitha makhe but ngoba manje nowadays you need to be box to box sometimes ngeke ayenze 90 minutes we understand it strength sakhe Ngwenya he goes forward and it's clever he can eliminate dribbling forward dribbling wizard going forward
sure.
And uyakwazi kwenza izinto zenzeke is a good passer futhi you understand and uyakwazi ukora amagoli he can score goals he can mawumbheka manje uke waphuma 1-on-1 washaya ipala against Pirates he's been scoring by respect naku Pirates ufikile wakora so ngizama ukuthi kuwe Nkuleko mina I think iPirates they must play a 3 in the middle yeah folks utha batshele nama fullbacks wabo ngikhuluma ngala ma fullback kube ne coordination bambe mangabe team desperate to get the point let's say badliwa they can go or they are forced ukuthi melanga ba throw yangana bafuna mhlambi kwina trophy and stuff he can go and then enyihlale yakare angeke kambe umayela kambe nalomfana lo la ithembisa uMochane both of them there's kuzoba two tikelela nyawuza in epijela kusiri center back kahle kahle is right back yeah so banokulahla intambo obulilo qaba ibola lisemoyeni bayiboyi2 bese babakhotha you understand ne 1-on-1 is they are not both not good.
Let me ask a question again. Would you, I mean, Ndengane, I think he played, we couldn't watch all matches obviously on Wednesday because we had to focus on the title race, but I think I heard Zinbawa complimenting Ndengane that he played really well. Which choice yako with Ndengane and Jele and Nyawuza? Who is your 100% sweeper and then Umperisha Naban 100% sweeper? Who do you take out in that? So, Ndengane, uma center backs options. Let's say Ndengane, Jele and Nyawuza are the main options, but you have to choose only two. Iwapha ama main options wakho wena?
Nyawuza bela buyele ku right back and then ngizodlala ngoNdengane no Happy Jele. Nyawuza must go right back simple. Okanye can take Happy Jele ku right back simple. Indaba pace. Inkinga ka Happy Jele on the side ini pace. Yiko ngithi mina utheka uNyawuza ila and then uNdengane uHappy sweep ngoba unenkinga akakwazi kuba tight and ukwazi ukukhaba umuntu abhekele umjida unnecessary na kuma position wrong abacost. You cannot kick a person inexperienced player uHappy. You must learn ukuthi anga dive futhi. Unenkinga ukudive. You understand? So it costs ukuthi ibhola semidlila landele ayo dive lapha badlala behind goal. You understand? So mina lapho Ndengane ngamfaka you know why? I'm not a fan Ngwenya but Ngwenya tight. And Ngwenya wina amabhola emoyini. Ngeke ngayibona Ngwenya tight. It just ukuthi kumele bamtshele uNdengane ukuthi Ngwenya awucheke umuntu makabhekele you just guide him ngathini. You understand? And when your job is to defend. Sikhuluma ngestriker salabo bantu uWepi will cover you and kube ne communication between him he's an experienced player by now you understand I don't like the player the way he is ngoba akekho comfort ukudlala ibhola ngoba iPirates mele icala ibhola move mara serious mina will start with him.
It's something that we need to talk about one day, me and you, and maybe to be able to educate our listeners as well. Massive Metro Itiski TV, because sometimes the way I see players, and sometimes I love my defenders to be defenders, you know, and other people prefer defenders to initiate. Like we saw Nascimento. You were the first person to make me see Nascimento. I didn't see him this way. The time the Sundowns and Al Ahly, Emoripe, when they were knocked out in the quarterfinals, that was the first. Not necessarily that I had not seen him before, but when I saw him live, they were at the Langa corner almost as number 6. I saw the importance Yomundu Oyibol player in that position. But I still love my defenders to be dirty. Unil Tov, just get rid of the ball, dominate my strikers. I love some of those defenders as well. Sometimes you don't. How do you not understand why a defender who is dirty just gets rid of the ball? You're not gonna go past him.
Mina nkululeka defense ngama defender yami eklabhini yami if I coach ngidefender ngama midfield. I like umuntu njengoSiyanda Xulu, Buhle Mkhwenazi. Nascimento yangithola you understand ngikhuluma ngama when people oPrimdiba at the back ngikhuluma ngabantu
ball players
left back uMdiba Nascimento and then this guy Buhle Mkhwenazi and I will take uSiyanda on the right. That will ngikhuluma ngama ball players. Remember labantu laba they are taking space if there's a hole. You cannot kick ibhola liwele la bese kuwe. It can happen ukhabe phansi. Attack abheka uNasimento le goal lishoyo. Ibona ihole walpush umjita there was no ball walpusha. Walpusha jump center walpush. They were stepping backwards. Was pinpoint nakhona uclear uya pinpoint. Yes, kumele ube date iqiniso ngeke ube smart lapha forever. Never. Sometimes kick the ball to the stand. Mara ngeke ulikhabe uthi ulikhabe standing when khona kick. Abantu abanjalo ama defender dating, I hate defender engekho comfortable ngibuze why. Ibola linokuthi lize moyeni. Afuna ukulikhahlela, alimisjudge, lispine, it's a goal. You understand kuleko? Ene ama defender ngekho comfortable amaningi ngizokuphindela nkululeko. Ukushaya ibhola kumele lishaye abayi wide okanye there is a starting point manje check Sundowns bama kukhona flag ama right back and left
yeah full back
yeah and mangabe kayikho on they move forward and when they go chaza ukuthi mabaya side uhlompo comes la unokumbheka uyama ujali in the middle uhlompa land and nama defender wethu wama la ku 18 area lenkulu la iphelela khona la two center back kube ne hole mabalisusa the keeper is comfortable ngaba onyango or umweni sometimes umweni is worse ngoba comfort ngoba umweni ucomfort you understand and then ama winger wabo angena phakathi. If I go on, the football go. We should lama right la center back and they goes. I love Nkululeko kuba nabantu aba comfortable but mayengekho on. You kick it my brother. You kick it forward. Njengakusasa game. There must be patient Sundowns marunga khohla mele balo.
All right, there you go. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look to more fixtures. Cheaper taking on Golden Arrows. Bakona no Bloemfontein Celtic, Maritzburg United, Baroka, Kaizer Chiefs. Of course, we'll have to talk about that. Sundowns versus Black Leopards, Cape Town City SuperSport United, Amazulu, Highlands Park. We'll talk about that as well right after this ad break.
My name is Kwayaza Lesufi. You are listening to Massive 11, the Make Out Football. Where you are, remain here forever.
Do you own a property? Are you thinking of
rehabilitating in Facebook
ibona ku Facebook na IPD for then eladies zenza as channels go Facebook as nama website as ngoma journalist they write these stories yabo because I looked at it I was like hayibo utela amasimba but I thought maybe it's not him, maybe it's a fake thing.
Add suppliers bid and complete your job for you.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. Nkululeko Ngeo on the microphone with Junior Khanye. And of course, we are live, massivemetro.com, Eldus FM, 064-525-0513. 064-525-0513. Right, there you go. 44 minutes past the hour, 6 p.m. We're talking all things tomorrow. We're previewing what will happen tomorrow. It's exciting. We don't know what will happen. As we say in Xhosa, no one really knows what will happen tomorrow. We are speculating. Let me just play one or two voices before we go back to June and my predictions. People were, because some people were eager, to react to the matches over Wednesday. So let's hear some 2 or 3 voices, and then when we come back, Junior Khanye will give us his predictions.
Goalkeeper wethu akubemele ngaphandle so nje umuntu enzokusiyabonga kakhulu akwenzile kule season sisacela ukuthi umntanga besitholele omunye coach ozokwazi ukwenza lento efuna nabalandeli kwendaba kaJuna Khanye indaba kaJuna Khanye for iTV ukuthi ithi idale kanjani urefu wezini lokho akukhona indaba afana emathandleki zithi bayidala kahle so engenze ngathi urefu uyenzelela akayenzelelanga urefu bezomsebenzi wakhe.
Hello, my name is Sheikh Mashama. You are listening to the Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
Akasenawo amaplan. Izolo ukhombisile ukuthi akanayo plan. So kunzima ukuthi ube neguarantee ukuthi uthi uzoyiwina league. Kodwa ngoba ibhola kupossible ukuthi Chiefs ngayiwina league. Kodwa ngestructure nomdlalo ongathi uzokuwina league angimboni njengamanje mina lapha kweChiefs. Bese ngiza kwiSundowns Nkululeko i-team enkulu njengamanje South Africa ngiyayivuma izolo ikhombisile ukuthi i-team enkulu futhi nayo possible ukuthi ileague ithathe yize noma umqansa kuyona usemude kodwa isangayithatha ileague Sundowns kanti nayo Chiefs ngayithatha ileague.
My name is Kwayaza Lesufi. You are listening to Massive 11, the Make Out Football. Where you are, remain here forever.
But you siyafuna ukuthi bayi league because asifuni bayihlekisa abantu but then again kuleyo nawe nani bafethu you have to improve as an analyst. You cannot allow yourself to be emotional or impartial and even inconsistent because Chiefs idlala ne-Vets, it was a clear penalty. You pointed it out, but you never spent 7 minutes of the interview talking about it. Chiefs idlala ne-Vets, first leg last khona 1-1, there was a clear goal yaBillias la umanye moto obsathe ngeyona. You never pointed it out, so when Chiefs is benefiting, you are shaking your head. It seems you spent 9 minutes of the interview talking about it. You are making it very clear always it's anti-Chiefs TV. It's not Disco TV. Please improve on your face.
This is Brian Spider-Man.
No, we'll take it.
To Massive 11, Mecca of football lovers.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. Of course, live also on Itiski TV, not Anti-Chiefs TV, Itiski TV. There you go. Right, respond to some of that as well. I think one thing that I will definitely, because it includes me as well, one thing is that when I watch the Cheaper United game, when I watch it, the overall context, the reason why you'll spend the whole video to is because one, there are 2 red cards there. There's a disallowed goal there. Whether ungathatha ama screenshots after a game, because I always say this to fans that send me Facebook messages, is that people must stop this hindsight wisdom yokuthi uhambe qala uyobuka ukuthi kwenzakeleni and then you come back hayi nasa screenshots ukuthi bekungasiyo khona. The referee was not charging a corner there ukuthi it was taken in the wrong position. There he said there was a foul and there was no foul there, and that ultimately had a say in the way the league was going. 2 red cards, 1 disallowed goal. Yeah, but and that for me, it warrants you spend the whole video. I didn't even want to talk about. Remember, the first question I asked you was like, "There's no way we're gonna beat around the bush here. We'll have to talk about this because that's the biggest elephant in the room." So when other matches, if Kaizer Chiefs tomorrow are playing Baroka, and there are 3 penalties, things that are overwhelmingly changing the nature of the game, then we'll talk the whole video, and I won't even allow anyone to continue. We'll say, "Hi, but yeah, Roger Chiefs up." Anyone was being robbed, I will have to say that, and I may not even be on the video. I mean, it's not been a good video if we're not going to address Aibo Roger with Chiefs or Roger with Swallows or whichever team. If I feel like Aibo, this is overwhelmingly changing this game. Not only are you 9 men down, now you are 8. Not only are you 10 men down, now you are 9 men down. Aibo, where is this going? Yeah, but so that's, for me, that's the context within which I spent the time. We've seen so many different results. Lapokona ubona ukuthi Sereno's offside, for example. We didn't really dwell on that because it didn't overwhelmingly change the match. But we mentioned it. No, that was not supposed to be an offside. It was a goal. You mention it in passing and you move on. You know, and even the penalty incident, I asked you about it. Chiefs had a penalty incident against the Vets. What is a penalty? No, it was not a penalty. Oh, yes, it was a penalty. It was a blunder by the referee. But overall, when anything has an overwhelming influence, it changes the result. And when you can see, but this is where this thing is going. That's where I will always, comment from.
Kulego, mina ngikuba disappointed, my brother, man ngabantu, yabo. I know we're working, we're very neutral, Tina. We neutral, we analyzing games as sibona, see understand. Abachita, there's a difference between love and irreality. Mela bazi abantu emhlabeni kunothando kuneqiniso. Akusiqala kwamanje indlela iKaizer Chiefs, people were disagreeing, especially uShilo siqala ukusebenza nge-15 against Orlando Pirates neMamelodi Sundowns, and then went to Kaizer Chiefs namanye badlala amaZulu sakhava ama game. We've said it, mina ithi Junior Khanye, I've said it indlela abadlala ngayo. I knew ukuthi abantu they were disagreeing, they were leading about 12-13 points.
Mm-hmm. Even myself, I was pushing you.
I was pushing
you. Yeah. I was pushing you into Aibo.
You were telling
me, why is it that you
see sure. You told me when with Junior, no. I remember Spugela Mazul. What did Junior? But Chiefs, they are scoring, bro. Sure. Irrespective of
whether you like them or not.
You told me when Nankule Wata Junior. Nange Pirates, you told me what Junior. No man Chiefs, I like, but Chiefs, they punish Pirates. Yeah, you emphasizing what they want 1-0, and I mean I had to disagree with you. Kulego, ngizoba straightforward, my brother. Irreality ukuthi abantu abalifuna iqiniso. Abantu banenkinga yeVAR. Like iVAR, sicela ukuthi iVAR libe khona mangabe kuneqiniso kuneqiniso. Le game lebe sibukele yeCheaper United. Remember there was 2 games left, and we've been debating I was called Sport 10 now to come there ukuthi
Yes.
ngizokhuluma ngale game le
Sundowns and Chiefs.
ukuthi yini winning league. I was called by then. And if I understand iqaliphi. You understand, I was called on the radio nakugwala gwala bengikhuluma ngayo ukuthi who's going to win.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ama interview, couple of interview. So Nkululeko, it tells you ukuthi when we analyze indlela esibona ngayo and I reality ukuthi la game nami ngiphise off ngikhuluma ngami because I reality ukuthi mina bengikene ukuthi pound to pound Mamlu Sundowns ngibatshelile abantu even January late like mara manje abanye ningi mangihamba nasendleleni they agree, they even pointing a coach now. We don't have a coach, but they were saying they are leading.
Yeah, when it was 13 points, you were the crazy one.
Yeah,
you were
understand.
Smoking drugs.
Yeah.
But the first two voice notes,
Una question-
the first two voice notes, two people are saying we want to win the league, but we don't have a coach. We
So
don't like the way we are playing.
Ingwenya tomorrow mangenzeka le semi baroka iKaizer Chiefs bayinike 2 red card. But disala igoli baroka igoli.
And so then a video. I will not move from that point. I'm not gonna not shake my head. If it Chiefs, it wrote you weapon others too.
We
And
gonna-
it's overwhelming change
You
in the
understand?
game. And I'm not even gonna want to ask the question because I'm gonna protest and say no, this is wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Against the Pirates, against the Chiefs, against the Sundowns, against the Swallows, any team. I'm not, and even if when
Yeah.
if I can see you you are running
Yeah,
away from it,
yeah.
I'm gonna stay there.
And we cannot do that, bro.
Sure.
I mean, we're talking in reality. Ingwenya le khuluma inya easy yakhuluma. Ingwenya ithanda iChiefs ngenhliziyo yonke. Ayisaboni no wrong no right. Mina ngizotshela ivara. You understand? And these are people that I know Kaizer Chiefs if they can lose tomorrow. He will come here next week Monday avote serious good. You know what? This coach better than
Bantu Sand.
You understand?
Bantu Sand. And it was happening. Even the fact that it gap was closed from 30.
Kuleko remember ukuthi
Kubanjwa Sandla.
Kuleko remember manje. It different my brother. Noma ngabe iSundowns can win. Ngiyakutshela ngawina nga4. It's
All right,
possible.
let's pay our bills. Take a quick break. When we come back, unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We're then gonna wrap up these matches, main matches. Ezodlala kusasa. 53 minutes past the hour, 6 p.m. We only have 7 minutes left on the show. We're enjoying ourselves. Go Massive Metro live on Itiski TV as well.
Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers, is now.
No, but it is what it is. That at the end of the day, whatever you say, because
it's a reality.
it's an emotive thing. In sport, is emotion. When I
No,
I will
Kuleko,
never change when I
Kuleko,
see something
Kuleko,
wrong.
When Sundowns lost, I remember ngitshela manje they
Oh yes. One of these last matches.
I told you ukuthi I'm standing. Even I was called ukhozi FM indaba zangitshela.
Sure.
The following day saying Junior ngatibhekani Sundowns. Then when you cause to call the following yathi awushilo.
Why do we have to do that?
We understand
as
it,
a
Jam.
man? Why funeka uqala because I put dissect a match anyways. Let's go in. All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on a Massive Metro, Nagu Eldos FM, and of course live on Itiski TV as well. There you go. We have only 6 minutes left on the show. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for sending us those voice notes. 0645250516. Unfortunately, we can't really entertain constantly receiving voice notes of people who are upset about what is being said about their team. Sometimes we play them, like these videos now. We just played some of them, but we can't go into each and every one so that the same people, and I've seen this as well on this WhatsApp. The WhatsApp it all like 200 messages, 300 messages. You see in number one upset today. Abonama results, come back and say you are a genius or a prophet. Junior Khanye is not a prophet. He will never be a genius. He will never be a prophet.
No,
Yeah. He's just analyzing what happened in that game. But anyways, let's go then into Sundowns, the Leopards, and then Kaizer Chiefs and Baroka. Unfortunately, we don't have time to dwell on other matches as well. And we are going to fight here. Why Baroka is better Chiefs, but it Super Sport United Baroka for one?
Kuleka even told you to the early FNP my brother ukuthi. Remember Baroka yadliwa kusasa yaphuma. And ngitshele
The Leopards is the same thing.
yeah, and ukhumbule Baroka ibikodle Sundowns. I know he's got beaten now by Super Sport for one. Mara ngisasho namanje angithi siyabheka. Mele sibe nama facts bafethu. Who's going to make things happen there? Ulibonile goal eKaizer Chiefs against Chipa United. Scrappy goal. I don't care who says what. The cross by Macho. Macho came and cross. Uyo cross ibola a defender ule. Mababamba ngecount and it's a reality. Mawuthole i-team ezoba mo clinical izokuphanisha. Ngoba balahla direction. Badlala nga-3 back labantu labo. Tomorrow if he's going to approach the game nge-3-5-2 again. Ibaroka izwenza lento enze kuSundowns ukuthi let's get one goal and pack the pass. And iKaizer Chiefs will go wide ngalelo. And white is going to be a problem mangabe abantu bapake ipass emva kwabo. Izoba inkinga ukupaka ukuthi baye wide ngoba iSundowns bezama ukubabreaka ngawonke ama side. So ukhumbule njengoba ngisho ukuthi Ibaroka is not a good team. More ukuthi pound to pound with Kaizer Chiefs ngama players. But remember Kaizer Chiefs ama players amanye lapha not the whole team. Mangithi thinking ichaza kahle. Some are ordinary. Honestly, because the fact ukuthi uatheka ngabo bani they attack ngama-full back
Sure.
ama-full back kusho ukuthi bawubiza ngama-wing back udlalisa uphaka udlalise uforza uyangunderstand ngikhuluma ngama-wing back wakhe but inkinga ukuthi le ntwana enjengalapha uyangunderstand kunentwana lapha ezigood kakhulu uyangunderstand ngikhuluma nge-as-quick ngikhuluma ngama-wing wabo last uma badlala ne-Sundowns they put 2 quick wingers bazi ukuthi i-Sundowns nabo i-attack ngama-full back so i-Kaizer Chiefs into ngingakwazi ukuthi labafana lama-wing back babambile batravule quick ngeke utravule vele fast nebhola so bangababamba Nkuleko yiko mina ngikutshela ngithi I don't see Chiefs winning tomorrow I'm sorry kunzima ibaroka yes honest Nkuleko
as teams week kodwa nazo nebaroka madoda
it's a fact but they got beat club eShay 3 iphulukwane City now they beat them
baphinda bashaye super sport nabo yabona ibhola madoda
that's why City anything can happen mina yiko ngisho ngithi ukuthi bayiwine le game kuyibo is gonna be tough ibaroka yazi ukuthi is gonna be iyoba out iKaizer Chiefs abana confident kule bayiwinile le game nje obusho referee played a big part ngiyaxolisa ukusho so but I have to tell you reality yeah so I-confident bangaboosteka but mawungaba checka bachintshe ilo line up every day and kuma sensitive position sometimes they put Catalan sometimes usebenchini akhe ama-sub wrong yeah
all right there you go Sundowns versus Black Leopards then just wrap it up in a minute or two ukuthi what do you see happening there remember if you are saying Baroka will be motivated because they need to get out if a relegation zone the same thing applies with the Leopards as well
yeah phela khona iclass right ngazi ring var highly motivated none is not going to be easy is no plus next round yababhayizisa mawunga checka iOrlando is a bit bumpy but class is permanent iSundowns they need this game too Nkuleko iSundowns remember ngikutshelile this is not the best team compared to 3 years 4 season back team yangana steparting a technical ngihlale ngikutshela and na individual yabo and they can come out ku comfort zone I'm sorry kusho so yes highly motivated Leopards iqinisa Leopards but Leopards yakoreka ile parts ethi bakoreka kunentwana lapha in most mangacheka kunama player South Africa ngihlala ukutshela badlala ngamost yiko ba position laba khona they've got couple experience but mostly players that amanqani engqondweni eSundowns vital experience idlala irole enkulu yes highly motivated Nkuleko it's a fact bafethu ile parts ingayi step iSundowns is going to be tough to maintain labantu abamove ibhola they are patient but knowing ukuthi up front remember mayingasebenza system eSundowns kune individual presenter boserino mshishi you understand it's fact you understand unokelethu individually lapho lokulivala individual
that was a good goal
tell me mangabe unabantu abanjengalaba ayisebenzi yiko ngibanike benefit of the doubt ukuthi they will win it bona ene mina ngine believe ukuthi they will win ene Nkululeko kusasa ama surprise maningi kakhulu uzongibambisana
right
maningi kakhulu
tomorrow is going to be very exciting mina I'm excited I know there's a lot of antagonism ukuthi siyaxabana siyaxoxa nabalandeli sometimes mina I don't like the idea yokuthi if Chiefs lose tomorrow, all of a sudden you are a genius. And then umanga bebe winile uyihlanya.
We predicting sabantu
yeah, but and I always say this that whatever you say today is exactly what you were saying 15 January.
I've never changed.
19 February, and it's for me. I'm satisfied. It's the last match of the season tomorrow. I'm satisfied that I don't want to agree or disagree with you. I don't care about agreeing. This is your platform. Not so mankuluma na platform yake. Mina I'm just facilitating. But I'm satisfied that the things that you were saying from 13 points, whether they win the league or not to choose, I saw it. I saw we were watching these matches together. A stadium, after COVID-19, we were watching together on the screens. I saw it. I saw, there's something wrong here. You don't play football like that. This is how teams are going to do this. They're going to counter you. And they did it. Every time you were saying, Bazoshayo, my team, anengondo. Stellenbosch, even Stellenbosch.
Nkululeko.
Yeah, but they did those.
Manje iChiefs wine kuphulukwana. We debated mina now.
Sure.
What
yes.
did Junior? Sundowns they not been winning. Ngathi
Yes.
Nkululeko.
And that was my argument at that time.
Yeah, I think bengimamele noRopa idlala lapha ku Metro. Ayiphinda kaningi. Ngikhuluma siargue mina now.
Sure.
Nkululeko, I told you ukuthi if they can get a proper structured team, benge babuye ngale 2-0. Bloemfontein Celtics outlast them 3-1.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Uti.
I understand.
I've learned, Mina, this was our first season from the 15th of January. Being next to you, I've learned in Fundile. Now I actually have like C license for coaching. Gasafa. I learned coaching. I was coaching at amateur in Cape Town where I come from. And I learned some things about the philosophy and whatever you were saying at the time, I'm satisfied that it was true. I don't care about agreeing or disagreeing with you. That's not my job. But in the Fundile, anything that you were saying then, it was true and it happened as well. Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. You've already made your predictions. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Yeah, I know. It is TV tomorrow. After bantu bangakhohlwa 9-9.
There you go. Right. Thank you very much for watching us. Enjoy the games. May the best people win.
benjani
Nice one.